Hello again. This again is on Trump's deportation of illegal aliens. Part 1. The Declaration of Independence of the United States of America proclaims that we hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This country was formed out of necessity to secure these three things: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. People have no longer the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These three had been taken away from them by an oppressive government called Great Britain, led by the King of South, King George III. This led to a rebellion by the colonies against the government of Great Britain and King George III. The colonies sought to break away from this oppression. They had to go to war to secure those freedoms, and after a mighty war, they did. Go back to this history and come to a knowledge and understanding of it. What has been written down is so we can learn again what hope is, and let it be ours again. It has been said that hope springs eternal. People always hope for the best, even in the face of adversity. This saying is from an essay of man by Isaiah. In God's word, the Bible, there is no such thing as an illegal element. They are only referred to by God as an element, not illegal. God Himself gives people the right to escape oppression. It is their right to from God to pursue life, liberty, and happiness somewhere else if they do not get it from where they reside at the time. The Declaration of Independence, the want, will, and hopes of the people. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. Declaration of Independence. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of earth a separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. Decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which compel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, depriving their just powers from the consent of the government. Dividing, not depriving, as it is may be saying in other broadcasts today. Dividing their powers from the consent of the government. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to disease, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute a new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient growth. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evil sufferable, than to right themselves by the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute deposition, despotism. It is their right, it is their duty to control such government and to provide regard for future security. In the light of what is going on in immigration to the United States, I give this video to. The title of this video should be called, or could be called, there's a lot of titles you could use. President Donald Trump, the terrible king like president. These are combined chapters of the book. These books come from a Christian perspective. Both the Old Testament and the New Testament, the Bible are emphasized. The Bible is the very word of God. We speak of the Mexicans that are from Central America. Now, since people who are from South America are traveling to the United States seeking refuge, I am now including them also. Now, we hear the Mexicans in our way, and they might speak. But as I go along, think of the South Americans, also God include in the city. The teenagers are the fastest growing of the United States population. If you want to be heard because you want to change in the political atmosphere, go out and vote. That is, if you are documenting that success. Now it is your great opportunity to be heard. Go out and vote with the ballot box. We are to stop protesting, we are to stop getting into politicians' faces, and we are to stop rioting. Peaceable and only real way for change is through voting with the ballot box. If you do not vote, you have no right to complain about the situation and the political situation you now find yourself in. I want to say this, is in my right. The Lord does not call them illegal aliens. He just calls them aliens. The Lord does not call them illegal in the Old Testament. Jesus does not call them illegal in the Gospels. He allows people to escape oppression. That goes for all men. If they are being mistreated and oppressed, they can seek freedom. The Lord has compassion on the lost, poor, destitute, and atheists. Leviticus 19, 9 to 10. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not reap the early ages of your field, gather the greens and boughs. Do not go over your vineyard a second time, but pick up the grapes by the thorn. Leave them for the poor and the farmer, the gather, and the word of God. It is God, not man, who saves. That was in the Old Testament. Remember that the Old Testament scriptures are fully accepted by the Lord Himself. We quote it from the Old Testament many times in the Gospels. We quote it from Psalms, Deuteronomy, Isaiah, Exodus. These Old Testament books are the Bible book writings and the old prophets. He by so doing gave validity and authority to the Old Testament, the very word of God. He is found quoting from the Old Testament scriptures. They are found in Matthew 13:14, Matthew 15:7-9, Matthew 21:13, Matthew 24:15, Mark 14:27, Luke 4:17. In 2 Timothy 3:16-17, we read, all scripture is God breathed and is profitable for teaching, reproving, for training in righteousness, that the man of God should be adequate for every good work. All scripture, including the Old Testament and the New Testament, the Gospels and the epistles, are the whole of God's word. Keeping the New Testament, we read in Hebrews 13:3. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, alone. For by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing them. Continue to remember those in prison as if you were together with them in prison, and those who are mistreated as if you yourselves were suffering. People that came from Mexico were suffering oppression from the government. Going back to Leviticus chapter 19, verses 33-34, when a foreigner alien resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. A foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native people. Love them as yourself, for you, the foreigners, need to learn the word of God. In Leviticus 19:33-34, God knew what would be the circumstances here in the United States today. He knew that there would be an alien / illegal alien misunderstanding. God says that the alien among you must be treated as you get born. He also says, love them as yourself, I am the Lord your God. Each time the President of the United States makes a move to get rid of what they call illegal aliens from a land, God comes near the end of judgment. The President quickly meets up with opposition. He noticed that the Russian investigation has basically slowed down and has hindered the President's agenda from going through. Translated, illegal foreigners in the United States now before it was called the United States. They need to trust about the native born in their land. You need to trust out the legal land. You trust about the native born. So you want to trust about what we call our legal land, the land that you took from the native born that was in your land. Let's go back in American history. This country's forefathers sought a foreign land, rebelled, and declared independence from King George III. Before they can declare independence from King George III in England, they had to secure another land. When they had to secure another land, they took this land from the native born that lived there. Instead of seeking to come up with a treaty that would allow the existence between the native born and the foreigner versus the many would say American Indian, but they were really Native Americans. Now called the United States of America. The United States government, led by President Donald Trump, treats the alien that lives among them with contempt and wants to find them out of what they believe to be their sovereign country. But they have failed to realize that their country is their very own nation. They had escaped the oppression of King of England, just like Israel's exodus out of the oppression of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. They have forgotten, or they even want to acknowledge, that they had escaped their very own Egypt, not remembering that they were like them, the Mexicans, who had escaped the oppression of the Mexican government. This violates the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself. It came up from under King George III in themselves. God's warning, Malachi 3 verse 5, when I will draw near to you for judgment, I'll be swift witness against those who trust beside the alien, trust beside the alien, or what you call the alien, and do not fear me, says the Lord. But from another translation, to deprive the alien among of justice. Everybody has a need for deliverance from the oppression of no. I myself say he will be a swift witness against those who trust beside the alien. In this case, the so-called illegally. He said also that he will draw near them for judgment, those who deprive the alien. Exodus 12 verse 39. The same law applies both to the native born and to the foreigner, alien, residing among them. Exodus 20 verse 21. Not mistreat but oppress the foreigner. Exodus 23:9. Do not oppress a foreigner. You yourselves know how it feels to be foreigners, because you were foreigners in Egypt. You were foreigners in this land. In the United States case, in this country's past history, people were foreigners. So love your neighbor as yourself. This was a commandment to Israel that applies to everyone, even to us today. But wherever a stranger and wants mistreated, and you know how it feels, so do not mistreat others. These aliens were oppressed by their own government. Two commandments given by God on Mount Sinai that summarize all of those commands are short. 2. Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. To love the neighbor as yourself. Gospel of Luke, of the New Testament, Jesus gave an example of how we should treat our neighbor. Found in Luke chapter 10, verse 25 to 36. Going back to the book of Leviticus chapter 19, verse 9 and 10, and 33 to 34, in those verses, the Lord referred to lands that are taken that is not theirs, as aliens, not aliens. Going back to the book of Exodus, Leviticus chapter 19, verses 19 to 10, and verses 33 to 34, in those verses, the Lord referred to aliens that are in a particular land that is not theirs, as aliens. Aliens. So God in the Old Testament and Jesus in the Gospel referred to them as aliens, not aliens. Jesus referred to himself as a stranger in the land in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 20, verses 21 through 46. And this is the king. He tells us that the way one treats his neighbor, stranger, and alien is the way he sees himself being treated through them. One treats them basically with contempt. One who does not provide for them, who are hungry, thirsty, without clothing, without inviting you in, but looking after them when they are sick, not visiting them, who are in prison. Jesus condemns. And to the one who does these things for the neighbor, stranger, alien, is Jesus. Jesus sees the alien as someone who is a neighbor. Besides, what I have said is this: the United States is a reflection of our Donald Trump. And like he's the sun, and he throws it off the moon, which are the people, which is 42% of the base, 42% of the people. And that moon shines forth the reflection of the sun, which is the people. The electoral college system has voted for him, yes, but you need to say that you are like each other. We're not talking about silver or evil, but this is you're both evil, you both need to change. So repent. You believe the gospel of Jesus Christ. The Bible says that I put out a mighty influence in the United States as and Donald Trump has proposed to and will do if he is successful trying hide the innocent and along with those who have been convicted of criminal time should be only for federal time on this and trust them all out at the country today. This movement is right from the devil's plate. When Donald Trump ran for president of the United States, he proclaimed that if he were president, he would send all of them million of what he calls and Republicans called illegal aliens back to Mexico. To these people, that was like a terrible king with its army marching towards the land and proclaiming that he was going to bring them into captivity and tear their families apart. It was like that to them. They feared this terrible king. What were they going to do? Love him? You think that they should not hate him? This terrible king, Donald Trump, think again. Maybe like it is pointing out that God first left us to love him. To love him. Well, in Donald Trump's case, being hated first. So Donald Trump started this off with it. Cindy Garcia, husband, Jorge Garcia, Michigan, was deported and separated from his wife and children of ICE. Sent back to Mexico on January 15, 2018. He came to the United States. He was only about 10 years old. He was innocent from the beginning. The only crime was that he is so-called illegal. Not innocent was when a mother and daughter seeking asylum in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Africa in the United States were separated by the United States government. The mother was sent to California and the daughter was sent to Chicago. They are not illegal before God Almighty. In 2017, the majority of those arrested were first convicted charged with a crime. For many of those crimes were low-level traffic offenses. Still, some were innocent of being in the country illegally. The number of non-criminal immigrants less than 2017, non-criminal immigrants less than 2017 increased up to 13,600 compared to 5,498 in 2016. There have been plenty of migrant families coming to the United States seeking asylum in the United States border, seeing themselves separated from their children. Migrants seeking asylum at the border according to the law are legal, and President Donald Trump blaming the Democrats for parents being separated from their children. Jesus calls him, even himself, an alien, a stranger from the earth, the land. Now, if Jesus himself in the United States today, he would be viewed as a leader of man, and he is the creator of man and God. Jesus alone is his Father created Adam's hands, and all that is it, man being crowned with all his creation. Government was created by God himself, for the people's sake, for the benefit, not for the man's detriment. He sets the rules, but set them aside. However, does not set aside his many laws. In the first epistle of Peter, chapter 2, verse 11 to 12, he talks to Christians and says, Beloved, I urge you as aliens and strangers, to keep your behavior excellent and alien, for as long as they keep the law, they shall live in peace. But if inhabitants should be jealous of the slavery, or even want you out, let that be on them. Let that not be because you did something against the law, like murder, rape, or robbery, for example. Keep with what is believed to be good behavior among the inhabitants, citizens of this land. If you keep yourselves above reproach, innocent of the law. The law they have against you is that you cross the border illegally, then I will have something against them. For God, let's look at the text, Malachi chapter 3, verses 5. Verse 5 says, then I will draw near to you for judgment. I will be a swift witness against those who trust the side of the and do not fear me, says the Lord of hosts. If you are being mistreated in fear of a evil, do not sin with your mouth. Continue to obey the law. Continue with your excellent behavior. Proverbs 15, verse 1 tells us, gentle answer turns away wrath, harsh words stirs to anger. In James chapter 1, verse 19 and 20 says this, everyone shall be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to become angry. Because the anger of man has not accomplished the righteousness of God. God's will be done. He will accomplish these things for you. And the very next verse, James chapter 1, verse 21 says, therefore get rid of all moral filth and evil that is so prevalent, and only accept the word of God, meaning which can save you. He can save you from angry and unjust men, and those who will want to cause harm to you. So get rid of all moral filth, evil that is so easily taken with loving themselves and the loving hand of God. God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to them. James 1, verse 22 says, do not merely listen to the word and so receive sins. Do what it says. Keeping of God's commandments is proof that you love Him. Jesus says in the Gospel of John, love me, keep my commandments. This is found in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 15. In John 15, verse 21, 24, Jesus goes on to say, whoever has my commandments and keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father. And I too will love them and show myself to them. Everyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them. We will come to them and will make our home. Anyone who does not love me will not obey my teaching. These words you hear are not my own. They belong to the Father's. He also says in Exodus 20, verse 1 to 6. And God gave his 10 commandments to people. It begins with, God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God. He brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. Or you haven't done it in Egypt, you haven't done of England, is how the United States was born. You shall have no other gods before. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything that of in earth meat or in the water's blood. Shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I the Lord your God am a just God, punishing your children for the sin of your parents, to the third and fourth generation, those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations, those who love me and keep my commandments. The senior Gospels of the New Testament and the giving of the Ten Commandments by God in the Old Testament, Exodus chapter 28, and then in Deuteronomy chapter 10. Here God tells us, if you love me, you will keep my commandments, but those who do not love me are hate me, but those who do not keep my commandments, and those who do not keep his commandments, and show forth their good, they will not love God, but those who trust the Messiah, it's this is why I go back and forth from Old Testament, New Testament, New Testament, Old Testament. I do this to prove scripture that this Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God, God in the flesh. And I do this to show Jesus' word to be the very words of God in the Old Testament, and that God's word is the same yesterday, today, and forever, as he was for today and today. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is the same in the Gospels as he is in the Old Testament, he is the same forever. He is gracious, merciful, and kind, and he is just, and the rewarder of righteousness. He is a hater of sin, against those who are proud and holy. He is against those who are self-righteous. And God's people Israel are driven for slavery in Egypt. They were led by God into the wilderness, and they camped there the rest of the kingdom. When it was time to end the land, they had to cross first the Jordan River, and crossing there, they came upon a city with walls called Jericho, where they had to go to war with. This is part one of Trump's deportation of the aliens. Stay tuned to part two, and you come to hear me speak part two, you'll know what we're going through. Thank you very much for your time. Spread the word. And then go to my videos. Making a known self. Just hacking from if you come from it. You want America to be blessed. You want us to be blessed. Do these words are saying. Listen to God, listen to Jesus. Listen to his word.